a physical sport. Anything can happen. So just try to do everything I can to get myself back to where I'm at today, 100%. So.
And then the follow-up is, when did you decide to stay, understanding that so much of this defense was going to be overhauled?
Stay as far as?
Just continue to be a part of this, even though it's one side of the ball is being rebuilt.
Oh, well, that's a part of football. Obviously, I can't control that. Obviously, I made a commitment to this organization to do everything I can to do my part. Obviously, it's different than what we've seen in the past few years, but a lot of young guys will have to step up and have to be a huge part to helping us, have success. So it's going to be a long journey, but you just got to stay, focused on what you need to focus on and just continue to work. So.
And along those lines, when we talked to Les after the draft, he said that as he was, involving you in conversations with McVay about, the blueprint and the plan for this season, that, you basically looked in the eye and said, I'm good, just make sure we take care. Why was that your attitude and approach?
Because you kind of got an idea what was going on as far as, certain moves they was going to have to make. But, it was more if we bring guys in, young guys, as long as they got the mindset to work and they got the right mindset to just go out there and do what they need to do at a high level and willing to put that work in. Me personally, as a football player, as a competitor, I can work with that. I want a bunch of guys that's hungry. No matter if they ain't played no snaps, they played 10 snaps, as long as they got that mindset to want to go out there and compete at a high level and try to do everything in their power to be the best player they can be, we can work with that. So.
Aaron, did you have surgery? And if so, what was the rehab like coming back from that?
Yeah, I had surgery. It was, like I said, it was different. The first time I ever been hurt in my career. So it was different, but, I'm at 100% now. So that's all that matters, feeling good. I'm able to do everything I need to do to get myself where I need to be. So.
You don't like to sit still.
Not at all. So that definitely was different. So was forced to really, have to relax. So it was tough for me mentally, but, obviously having family around me and, Reg, Mark, and them guys did an amazing job as far as getting me back to health. So, it was a process, but we're here now. So.
Did you give any consideration to stepping away? I know you had talked about possibly considering it after the Super Bowl win, after this last season and the injury. Did you contemplate retiring at all?
Not really. Honestly, you never want to, end your career the way how it was last year. So it never really crossed my mind. So I was, just trying to do everything I can to get myself healthy to be here today. So.
And what are the lessons that you learned from the last year or so that will help you from this point forward?
You need everybody. That's to the third team player, to the fourth team player. Everybody got to be ready to play. Because anything can happen at any time. We seen that last year. A bunch of guys went down. Even the guys that considered the backup guys went down. So it was to a point where a lot of young guys had to step up. So just continue to get them guys ready and them understand that at any time that their name can be called and they're going to have to play a huge part of helping us, to get the job done. So.
What you've said before, it's a business and there's turnover, but what's that do you think going to be like, not playing on a defense without Jalen, without Bobby Wagner, without Leonard Floyd, those guys all gone?
It's going to be different. You just said a bunch of playmakers names. Obviously, you wish you could play with them my whole career and it be that, but it's not like that. So it's different. But again, the young guys going to have to step up. That's me as a leader to get them guys ready. That's as them as professionals to get themselves ready as well. So just got to trust them. You got to trust that. Obviously, a lot of them guys played a lot of football last year, but again, I wasn't on the field to get to play with them. So again, you build that football relationship with them as far as learning how I play, how they play. But it's a process, and I'm willing to put the work in and get it done. So.
Will this put even more pressure on you to perform, knowing that you have these younger players that are coming around with less experience?
No, I'm just gonna play ball. I've been, playing since I was 5, 6 years old. I'm obviously, I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to continue to play at a high level. And again, you just gotta trust that the guys next to you can get their job done. So.
Knowing that you're privy and the organization talks to you about kind of what's coming up, but what was your reaction when those moves actually did happen, when Jalen was traded, when Leonard was let go? Like, what were you feeling?
You gonna miss them guys. I definitely, obviously, Jalen reached out to me and talked to me. You gonna miss them guys. But I know Jalen. He's not happy that he's gone, but he's in a situation where he could continue to have some success and a team that he wanted to go to. So again, you gonna miss them guys, but it just come with it, I guess.
And with your head coach being pretty open this
Yeah.
offseason, some of the struggles that he went through last season, as one of his veteran players, what's your reaction to Sean's just openness and about how he wants to kind of move forward from all that?
You love him. Obviously, we all went through that. It was a big shock to us all, obviously, coming off the year we had until last year. It was different, but it's a lot of things you can learn from a personal standpoint, even from a mental standpoint. At the end of the day, it's just a game. You can't, trying to put too much in it. As much as we put all this time into and as much effort as we put in trying to be the best that we can be and don't turn out to how you want it to be, it just come with it. Everything gonna be perfect all the time, and that was just more of a learning experience last year, if anything. So.
Aaron, you've been a guy who likes to lead by example for so many years, and doing that Super Bowl run, a couple of the guys, Von Miller included, said they really appreciated you being more vocal when they needed it most. Does that change your perspective on all of these young guys coming in? Obviously, you'll be here as a veteran to lead by example, but do you become a little more vocal with those young guys?
At times, I feel like I'm going to need to be. Obviously, you don't got a Bobby Wagner or a Jalen out there to do it, but again, you got a guy like Ernest that's going to step up and play that leadership role as well. You got Fuller out there. So there's guys that's young, but, on this team, they're no longer young. It's time to step up and be a leader as well. So you just got to trust them guys is going to be there to, speak up and motivate me too. We all need it. No matter how long you've been playing this game or how much success you had in it, we all need somebody to push you at times. And if I'm slacking, I want them to let me know that I'm slacking so I can pick it up, so I can get better. So that's what it's about. It's about holding each other accountable, and pushing each other. So.
Couple more. Aaron, where you guys are coming into this year, the expectations are different than a couple years ago. How do you view that, and then how do you use that maybe as motivation going into this year?
I kind of like it. It's like starting all over again from scratch. You ain't the team that's talked about. It's like kind of like the little underdog. So you just get to work and just play. You ain't got to worry about too much other stuff. You just get to play at a high level and just fly around and then wherever the chips may fall. Obviously the media and everything gonna be talking how they want to talk. As long as we do our job and do what we need to do, we're gonna be in good position and be the type of team we want to be. So.
Aaron, a couple of years ago, we were asking you about turning 30, and you said you could feel the aches and pains a little longer. What about almost turning 32?
Yeah, I feel them. Yeah, I feel them. So a lot more, as far as just taking care of my body, as far as, just not from a physical standpoint, but, making sure I'm healthy as far as, if that's extra stretching and things like that, I gotta continue to do to just keep myself fresh and limber. So it's different, but I'm getting used to it. Aches and pains, it lasts a little longer, but it come with it. So.
Aaron,
Last one, guys.
Sean McVay, Les Snead, Kevin Demoff, they've all been pretty open about how they think that this team is going to be better than most people on the outside expect, and been pretty open about how they think that it's going to be better even on the inside, than what it looks like on paper.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you guys on the field yet, so I guess what in your mind, do you believe that, and what in your mind says we should believe that?
You just got to watch and see. So, obviously, I trust the guys we got out there. Obviously, I'm going to do my part. But, all you can do is, do what we need to do, worry about today. And then we're going to see.